Do you want to get into Airbnb to create financial independence, but you are not in a position to buy real estate? I have a strategy for you. You may have heard of it before, but I don't think anyone's broken it down the way I'm going to break it down in this video. It's called Airbnb Arbitrage or Airbnb subleasing. This is how, when you're not in a position to own real estate, you can control the real estate through a lease agreement and go into the arbitrage business just like the big banks. So let's jump right in. And before we do, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. Now, you might be wondering, Jorge, why would anybody go into this strategy and exactly how does it even work? Let's first break down how it works, high level overview. Let's say that you are in the cell phone retail business. You buy this phone for $500 and you sell it for $1,000. Why would you buy it for $500? Because you're buying it at what's called wholesale. You're buying it at a deep discount because you are buying hundreds or thousands of units at a time. Buy them again in bulk for $500 a piece, but then you sell them for $1,000 a piece. So if you buy it for $500, you sell it for $1,000, you probably have employees and office space and certain marketings, whatever type of expenses, but somewhere in there, there is a profit margin. Maybe your profit margin is 50%. So maybe you make $250 of profit per unit. Well, Airbnb arbitrage is the exact same way. You are paying a fair market rent. Let's say you're paying $3,000 a month. You generate $6,000 a month. And yes, you're going to have some expenses like landscaping, utilities, things like that. But somewhere in there, you're going to have a profit of maybe $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 a month. And that's the whole point. And yes, this is 100% legal as long as you get permission in writing from the property owner. So that's the high level overview. And again, I'm going to go into it more in depth in just a second. The next question you might have is, Jorge, why would anybody do that? Well, again, I am a big believer in do what you can with what you have where you are. If you are in a position where you can go and buy a few properties, don't even look at subleasing. Go and buy the real estate and build long-term wealth and the cash flow. But I'm speaking to the individuals right now who are not in a position to go and buy real estate, but they still want to get into Airbnb. They want to generate cash flow. They want to create financial freedom. This is who I made this video for. This is for somebody that wants to generate cash flow. They want to replace their 9-to-5. They want to get out of the hamster wheel. I want to break down exactly how this works. Now that I broke down, why this even makes sense and how exactly it works at a high level strategy. So now let's go a little more in depth. There are 3 things that you want to make sure you understand before you go into this strategy, before you go and get a property. And I want to go in the order that it should be done. The first and most important thing is you need to make sure you subscribe to this channel, because this is how you're going to get the information to not do this wrong. So make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. This way you don't miss any future videos. Okay, for real though. The first thing you got to do is you got to make sure that the city that you want to do Airbnb in, that they allow short-term rentals and that they will issue you a permit, because you can get an amazing property with great amenities that AirDNA shows you're going to make a ton, like it's going to be a cash cow. But that doesn't matter if you cannot legally operate within that city. And so the first thing you got to do is make sure that the city allows you to operate a short-term rental. How do you do that? You call the local building department. Easiest thing you can do is go on Google and type building department in the city of, and then type in the city. For example, building department, San Diego, California, building department, Miami, Florida. The building department or a similar name is going to pop up. You call that number and you ask them, hi, my name's Jorge. I'm interested on what your short-term rental ordinance is. Couple questions you should have. Can I obtain a short-term rental permit? How long does it take? How much does it cost? And what are the requirements? And this way you can have an expectation of what it's going to take for you to make it happen. That's the most important thing. Now, let's go into the second thing that you got to do right after you validate that you can indeed get a short-term rental permit. Number 2 is you gotta run the numbers to make sure that the property that you're interested in makes sense. Because what if you call a landlord and they say, yes, you can rent it from me, but that property is going to be a dud. Like it's not going to be a profitable property. So you don't want to waste your time calling properties that don't make sense. Ideally, you want to identify identify 3 properties where you run your numbers and you're like, hey, I got A, B, and C. And if one of those landlords says yes, then you're good to go. So what you want to do is you want to run your numbers on AirDNA. This is a platform that allows you to see what the projected revenue is. And how it does that is it collects the data from all Airbnbs around the world, right? It connects directly into the Airbnb data, and it extracts the data, and it looks at the bedrooms and bathrooms and square footage and amenities and location and reviews and the pricing. And it will tell you, hey, this address that you shared, this property is projected to generate $80,000 a year. And if you're going to be renting it for $45,000, $50,000 or $40,000 a year, then it's a no-brainer. Ideally, you want to be able to generate 1.8, like ideally twice as much. But if it generates at least 1.8 in revenue of what your rent is going to be, that's where you want to be. So run your numbers on AirDNA to make sure that this property is promising. And finally, number 3, and there's a 2-part to the number 3, but one is, of course, call the landlords. And once they agree, you want to get permission in writing. Keep in mind, all lease agreements say no subleasing allowed. And the reason it says that is because when you're talking to a landlord about renting a property for you to live there, it's not intended for you to rent it to other people. It's intended for you to live there because that's what you're communicating to them. However, if instead of you living there, you tell them about your business and how you want to use this property for your short-term rental business, and if you provide solutions in a win-win scenario, and if you overcome objections, and if you know how to pitch, and guess what? They're going to say yes. And if you want to learn a little bit more on how to do that, there's a link down below, and you can learn a little bit more about my Airbnb and Investing Academy, where I walk you through step-by-step on how to pitch landlords. There's coaching calls, group coaching, one-on-one. We even have in-person events and so much more. So just check everything out in the links down below. So to recap, confirm you can get a permit in the city, run your numbers, call the landlords, and get a lease agreement signed with permission to use the property as a short-term rental. If you guys are liking this video, go ahead and hit that like button. For you, it might not make that much of a difference, but for me, it makes a huge difference because when my viewers like my video on the like button, hit that like button, tells the algorithm that more people should watch this video. So I really appreciate you hitting that like button. Guys, I love to communicate and answer the questions in the comment section. So feel free to ask any questions in the comments down below. Let's keep the conversation going. And my goal is to help as many people as possible create financial freedom. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram, where I post content every single day. Again, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.